Today I'll be working on another part of my industrial site, which is, this time, a rail yard / cargo / freight crane terminal station. You saw the title, thumbnail, so you know what I mean. It's functional and even traffic-free, at least for now, so let's get to work. This is the area that we are working on today. I started off with a piece of road and then chose the main buildings. And as much as I try to section this video nicely, I'll be going back and forth with some last minute changes, let's call it that way. I hope you stay to see the final result. Can see there that I choose the first freight station because the other had this weird McDonald's style golden arches. But I ended up putting it later in different place, so timeline here is out of place, but enough of me yapping. So a little bit about network layout. My rules are main roundabout, or in this case, rectangle bout for collecting the big traffic. Don't care about angles that much, especially in that area. I want to slope everything nicely with node controller mode. I love this option. It really makes a difference and make the road less jumpy. And more later. But I had to delete this freight station. This is what I've told you about the mess. We welcome golden arches again. And I also don't care about angles again, although it annoys me so much. So I wonder, what are your golden rules to follow in industrial site? I mentioned some of mine and some of them will come up later. I'll be working on shipyard next, so we'll welcome any tips or even pointed out mistakes from this build. I made a separate side road, of course one way, that connects to the rectangle bout and prevents trucks from stopping on the middle of the road. And speaking of which, one-way roads and 4-lane roads is what I try to follow in industrial zones, and the latter prevents the cars from blocking everyone behind them when they want to turn and, enter the building, etc. They usually stop at the middle of the road and block everyone behind them. So When using 4 lanes, each one has this dedicated lane, and they usually follow that and prevents from clogging. And the benefit of one-way road is that it usually prevents going in every damn direction at intersections, and they can turn more smoothly. And when it comes to intersections, the least the better. I prefer my tracks to make big loops around, collect what they need, drop what they have to, instead of needing to pass by 10 intersections in meantime. I added some parking for workers every now and then and work with the fencing. And with main layout more or less done, we kinda go deeper with more details. I love this airport field, something like this, that comes in vanilla in the airport DLC and is perfect for industrial areas. Of course, looking very 2D, so we are gonna upgrade that with decals. And I'm not really crazy on working up close, I just kinda place it randomly, trying to avoid placing too many same ones in one place. I also chose this dirt decal to put around tracks to make it more blendable. There's a really nice collection, NAR, I think, NAR, various train related stuff. So if you want to be extra realistic, check it out on Steam because it adds a lot of detail. Decals again and some small buildings, some of them are vanilla I think and needed to still work around those bigger warehouses. I also moved around and copied some previously placed buildings, which I'm unsure whether it's okay for it to be so repetitive, but we'll see in the end. I, to be honest, prefer the more cohesive look, and also it helps to save some FPS if we reuse the models. I also added 2 small office buildings next to the parking lot for some management, office workers, although majority of them will work in other part of the industrial zone, which I did in the first place in other episode. So I tried to space out those 2 cargo stations because I expected it to bring lots of traffic in the future, so I don't want 2 big traffics from the station connect with each other. And as I said, I kinda go back and forth with this build. Now I'm back to warehouses, adding few additional buildings. And I wasn't sure how to approach the rectangle bout, so for now I just decorated around it. This is the moment when I'm starting to work on containers and trucks and all that jazz which fulfills the look. I went with lazy approach at first and copied the whole segment of container yard that I did previously. I don't think you can tell it's a complete copy once it's placed a little bit further, so I guess that's fine. And speaking of containers, it's time to put them around. As we let the time-lapse, is it time-lapse though? Sped up section of this video running, you can see some keywords I used when building this and next industrial area. Just something for you to type when using Find It mod or in the Steam workshop when looking for collections. My collection should be linked in the description if you want to check it out. So these keywords really help me to find all the assets I need. So yeah, you can feel free to copy it or add some of yours, will help me in the next build. Some of these container packs are functional, which I don't love nor hate. I just have to keep in mind to set it up correctly. And remember, they will bring some extra traffic, so it's not just decor. I also placed workers, which is a really helpful asset. Yeah, I guess I can call it asset, because it actually generates work and they are functional, work as an industrial lot, which is a little bit weird, but also cool because, you know, it adds few more workers into the city and they will be actually wandering around, making place look more realistic, which probably was in cinematic videos later. So rectangle bout ended up like this, plus I set up the containers for general commercial good, as we don't have any specialized industry yet. They usually are helpful for when you want to put some forestry products or whatever for the future. I just went to see how the traffic is going, and the first train have arrived. I made a short a while ago with what I try to do to avoid train clog, and I guess 3 most important things for me are separate cargo from passenger trains completely right away. The map creator of this beautiful map did that already, nice, clever. Get optimized outside connection mod and get rebalance industries mod. Not going to yap about this, just check Steam descriptions, but what they mostly do, besides some other options, they add more passengers or more cargo load into each train. So it prevents the trains that are not fully loaded up appearing in the city and just clogging your network. I set up traffic options, and unfortunately I lost some footage where I made more changes, including ending or rather changing bus line in the area. So I will squeeze in first person ride so you can see how it looks like up close. There are a few things to do, but you see how short we are in workers. I went to find another piece of land over there and fix a quick neighborhood. It's a bit far from the industry, but I guess we have a nice road network and bus layout, so it should be fine. It just follows my usual formula, so just a quick glimpse for you how I did it. And fix the terrain, place some houses, arrange them, added parks and bus line, which again lost the footage, haven't caught it on video, and that's it. I use no abandonment options in Rico or and building control mods, so technically even without workers those buildings won't vanish. And it sounds like cheating, but when I play without zoning and place each building one by one, I don't want them to randomly disappear, right? I let game run and the worker issues is gone. I still wanted to do some final touches and rearrange some stuff. I wanted even more containers on the rails because it looks a bit empty, so I put some between the rails so it seems more busy. I have some jumpy frames and some lags, sorry for that. My savior, which is extra RAM, is on its way. And I almost have 4K assets enabled, so I need to sort it. So we have low crime coverage in the area, jail's availability is fine, but it's a bit far from the nearest police station, so I fixed really quick one station. I will decorate the other day, I already have plans for that area. And I wanted to take a quick look at the space. Traffic seems fine. It's a 6 lanes road, so each one has dedicated lane, which spreads the traffic so nicely. Everybody can pass through when lights are green. I already seen some trains arriving, they despawn and disappear, but I read on Reddit that can happen. I think it's normal, not sure, I can't really remember. But as you can see, everything works smoothly. If you haven't seen the other episodes, catch up with the office part of this industrial complex and subscribe to see the next build, which is going to be a shipyard/harbor. So see you in the next one and bye!